निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Swamiji is here, I think. Let's wait for him to join. Swamiji, namaste.
Namaste. Hari Om.
Are
Am I
you?
audible?
Yes, Swamiji. Swamiji, you're audible. Narayanan, how's the audio from our side? Good?
It's fine, Guruji. Yeah, it is fine.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Just a moment.
Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavirjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti. Namaste to all of you. So we are blessed today to have in our midst Sri Swami Sachidananda Saraswati ji from Bengaluru. He is a disciple of Pujya Swami ji, Pujya Swami Dayananda ji. And when I wrote to him 2 weeks ago, if he would be interested to talk to us on the occasion of Pujya Swamiji's Aradhana, he immediately responded. It was a WhatsApp message and he immediately responded. So I was very delighted. And so let me say a few words about Swamiji to introduce to all of you. Swamiji grew up in Shivamogga, also called Shimoga in Karnataka, near the western part of Karnataka, Chikmagaluru, Davanagere, etc. And he grew up in a family, Purvashrama. His family was very much associated with Chinmaya Mission and art of living. And from a young age, Swamiji himself was associated with the Chinmaya Balavihar programs there in Shimoga. And so then by 2011, he finished his bachelor's from Christ University. And then 2012 itself, his calling led to Pujya Swamiji at the Anakati Ashram, Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. So you can see how that was there for Swamiji, that desire to pursue Adhyatma Vidya was there at a very young age. And so 2012 to 2015, there was a 3-year course in Anakati conducted by Pujya Swamiji. And so he was in that course. And towards the end of the course, in fact, the end of the course, I think, is when Pujya Swamiji gained Mahasamadhi. And so after that, Swamiji went to Rishikesh. Swami Sachidanandaji went to Rishikesh to study further, and there under Swami Tattvavidanandaji. Many of you know Swami Tattvavidanandaji also. And in the US, we used to call him as the walking encyclopedia. I think all of you know that. So indeed, another great blessing there. And so after that, he got Sannyasa Diksha also from Swami Sachidanandaji in 2018. And at that time, and even now, he is known as one of the youngest sannyasis of our parampara, Arsha Vidya parampara. And one of the things Swamiji believes is, all of us know, amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshantihi, arjavam, acharya upasana. So Swamiji believes that, Swami Sachidanandaji believes that acharya upasana means Guru Seva is one of the most important means, sadhanam, for this self-knowledge, being aware of oneself, who we really are. And Pujya Swamiji used to say that, all these values, amanitva, the 20 values are like this spaghetti. And so you pull the spaghetti out from this side, then something else will come from this side. And so it's all connected. It's all connected. And so Swamiji believes that's Acharya Upasanam. So he has served Pujya Swamiji completely in and through at Anakati Ashram. And so he's known for that. And then Swamiji is also the second Peethadipati of the Vasavi Peetam. So there is a Peetam, a spiritual organization, religious organization called Vasavi Peetam, which is in charge of all the Vasavi temples of the southern part of India. So from Kerala, Tamil Nadu onwards, all the way to Maharashtra, Orissa, there are some 300 plus Vasavi temples. And so this Peetam gives the religious and spiritual guidance to all the temples and the devotees of this Vasavi parampara. Beautiful story about Vasavi, Kanyaka, Parameshwari and all is there. And so Swamiji is the spiritual head of this Peetam. And Swamiji recently also, just this year, Swamiji completed a 1-year fellowship at the Harvard Divinity School. As all of you know, in America especially, all these big universities have departments of religion. It's very common, very unusual that in India we don't have that. But US, they have departments of religion and they study all religions. And so the Harvard School of Divinity, it's called, they've been starting a program where they invite sannyasis also, Hindu sannyasis, to spend a year there. And some of you know Swami Sarvapriyanandaji of Ramakrishna Mission. He was also one of the members of that fellowship some years ago, 2 years or 3 years ago. And so our Swami Sachidanandaji finished that fellowship just this year. And so comparative religions was his area of research. And so it gives us, means us, our parampara, Hindu Arsha Vidya parampara, and our own leaders, sannyasi leaders, how to take Hinduism into the mainstream, especially in America, even in other parts, even in India, how other religions have done and so forth. So I had a long conversation with Swamiji on that. So it's something that we all benefit from. So Swamiji has done that fellowship. And many of us have seen Swamiji's videos, short videos, singing and playing the veena. I think we saw Nirvana Shatkam during the Adi Shankara Jayanti time frame, if I'm not mistaken. And so we all, in fact, many of you have sent it to me also. And so we look forward to that 2-minute, 3-minute rendition of Pujya Swamiji. And he played the veena. A few days ago, I saw that his rendition of the Tillana in praise of Sri Krishna, and playing the veena also. So that's a gift that very few people have, and so we are very happy to have our Swamiji blessed with that kind of a capacity. And not only that, Swamiji is very passionate and supports all our social causes and environmental causes. And so recently he headed the There was a walkathon in Bengaluru to promote our the desire for human beings to change their behavior towards plastic, because climate change is happening, and if we have to fight climate change, then we have to change our behavior. And so he led that particular program, organized by the Arya Vaishya Yuva Jana Mahasabha. And so, like this, he has done many social activities in Bangalore and even in other parts of the country. And of course, he's been teaching, he's been conducting retreats, camps, and small programs, short programs in Bangalore, in Karnataka, at Arsha Vidya Gurukulam in Anekatti here, and also in Arsha Vidya Gurukulam in Sailorsburg in USA, especially in the last year that he was there. And so he's been very active. And so, without further ado, we are so blessed to have, on the occasion of the Aradhana of Pujya Swami Dayananda Maharaj, who better to have than Swami Sachidanandaji, who has done seva to Pujya Swamiji. And so please join me, friends, in doing namaskar to Swami Sachidanandaji and seeking his blessings. Today, as you know, he will be talking about the topic of Maya. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om. Okay. I hope the audio levels are fine for you all to hear properly. Okay.
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay. You could spot the speaker, that is myself in this regard.
Yeah, it's done, Swamiji.
Okay, fine. Join me if you know this chant before we begin. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. I'm very happy to be with you all on this pleasant morning. As Jaykumarji explained the background, how we are able to meet today, I was very delighted to hear from him about his classes, and with so much dedication that you all have studying Kathopanishad, Bhagavad Gita, and other texts. So I thought I should make some time to be with you all and share something about the topic of Maya today. And also, I'm very happy that Pujya Swamiji's Aradhana celebrations have begun already from this week onwards. Next week, we have celebrations in Arsha Vidya Kendra, Bangalore, and furthermore, we have it in Rishikesh, Sailorsburg, etc. So happy to kickstart the celebrations today itself. In fact, what can be more celebratory than a session of Shravana followed by Mananam and Nididhyasanam during Aradhana? So Vedanta is all about these three sadhanas of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and that is the celebration for any Vedantin. So let us go into the topic directly. The topic that we have chosen today is understanding Maya. So today, 6:30 in the morning, I see a lot of illusion enthusiasts in this sabha. Why? Because we are here to know about Maya, the cosmic illusion. You see, Adi Shankaracharya ji was once asked, you have composed the Bhashyam and so much of this literature, which is simple yet profound, sometimes could be very challenging and tough to understand. So could you explain me in just one verse the entire essence of Advaita Vedanta, entire vision of Vedanta? In fact, Adi Shankaracharya says, why one verse? I'll answer to you in just half a verse. He says, Ardhashlokena pravakshami yaduktam grantha kotibhihi brahma satyam jagan mithya jivo brahmaiva na paraha. He says, I will just tell you in half a verse, Ardhashlokena pravakshami yaduktam grantha kotibhihi. What has been said by crores and crores of texts. In fact, we have greatest literature of Adi Shankaracharya, the Bhashyam. In fact, if you go Purvam to Shankaracharya, we have Mandukya Karika, so many other texts. And post Adi Shankaracharya, we have so much more literature. So add everything, it becomes crores of words, crores of pages, crores of documents of literature on Advaita Vedanta. And Adi Shankaracharya says, all that I will just summarize for you in just half a verse. What is that half a verse? That we have to spend years to understand and internalize and have insight on is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Na Paraha. The reality is one. There is only one reality. What is that reality? We are calling that reality by the name Brahman, consciousness. That alone is real. And what else we must understand in order to have that Atmagdhyanam Jagan Mithya? All this Jagat that we see is just Nama Rupa, an appearance, thus Mithya. It does not enjoy absolute reality. It is only relatively real. What is real is Brahman alone. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Alone is the reality. Everything else is Mithya. And furthermore, Jivo Brahmaivana Paraha. The essence of the Jiva, the reality of the Jiva, and the reality of the Brahman are one and the same. It's not duality, it's Advaita. It's the same. The nature of the true nature of the Jiva is Sachidananda Atma, and the nature of Brahman is Sachidananda. So that is the essence of entire Vedanta. In fact, could be very simple. In fact, it's a very simple, straightforward vision. It is because of hundreds of concepts, hundreds of beliefs, hundreds of wrong notions that we hold in our heads, which covers this vision, which becomes an obstacle for this vision. That's why there is a satata prayatna in order to have chitta shuddhi and chitta naishchalya. So we free the mind of all the impediments in order to absorb and directly see this vision, to directly see this vision. So now, if Vedanta is all about Brahman, Pujya Swamiji in one of the Anekati classes, he was saying, you know, first day of Vedanta will be Brahman. Last day of the 3-year course, last class, what will it be about? It will be about Brahman. Then what do we do the rest of the time? Swamiji said we study Sanskrit as a filler. And we study this and that, many other concepts of Advaita Vedanta, because 3-year course he has to teach something. In fact, Brahman is very easy. Brahman is straightforward understanding. then what is the most difficult thing to appreciate, understand in Advaita Vedanta? It is Maya. It is Maya. You see, there are many students who have studied Advaita Vedanta over years, but yet they know Brahman, they know such all the prakriyas, they know Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, they know the Shrishti Prakriya, what not, they know everything. But yet there is always a small doubt in mind. All the time I'm seeing different things. There is this Swami, there is this Krishna, there is this Pujya Swamiji's photo, there is this and that. Am I not seeing multiplicity, duality all the time? But yet I'm all the time also in the vision of Advaita. How is it? How is it? There's always sometimes remains a small doubt in the mind that goes unanswered. No, the vision should be clear. The vision should be crystal clear. Otherwise, we would be studying years and years of words, but yet this simple, profound insight is not absorbed. You know, in our Coimbatore Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, Anekati, there is one simple, humble, very beautiful person. He has been working as a watchman for so many years in the Gurukulam. He's a simpleton. He's not educated or anything. He is very dutiful, and then he does his work very well. So he's been there from the beginning of the Gurukulam. He's been seeing so many people come and go, come and go. They come for the 3-year course, they go out, they come for a short term, they study, or whatever length of time they spend in the Gurukulam, then they go out to teach or start institutions or get associated with our existing infrastructure, etc. So he was seeing one of our ashramites, one of disciples of Pujya Swamiji, Ramanji. So he has been seeing Ramanji for so many years there in the Gurukulam. So Ramanji has been carrying the books into the lecture hall, and then he will finish class and then goes out, and he used to do his other duties, other work in the ashram. So this Ramani watchman asks Ramanji, and in fact, Ramani doesn't even know what goes on in this Gurukulam exactly. He thinks that it is a university or a college. People come with the books all the time, studying this and that. They write the exam, they pass, and they go out. So Ramani asked Ramanji, "Na ungal pathinde irukke, I've been seeing you for so many years. You have not passed till now, or what?" Because his perception is that everyone is studying and then finishing the course and going. Why this Ramanji has not been, he's been studying over years in the Gurukulam. You see, that's a humorous thing, but there is a different root to it, in the sense Ramanji was in dedicated service of Pujya Swamiji for years. That was the reason why he was staying in the Gurukulam. So our thing becomes like this. Ramani's understanding, he has some insight. People have been studying over years, but have they passed? Are they free? Have they really understood this vision? So our satata prayatnam should be to see this vision very clearly, to understand mithya very clearly, to understand the nature of this world very clearly, and then through the Shastra Pramana, have the Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam, to very clearly understand this vision. This becomes quintessential of Advaita Vedanta. So now, what is this Maya? Why should we pay attention to Maya when all that we are here is for Brahman? In fact, in the canvas of Advaita Vedanta, where or the Shastra in general, in our Sanatana Dharma, So there is this Dvaita Shastra, there is Vishishtadvaita Shastra, there is Sankhya Shastra, different Shastras are very much there. And some of these schools have coined Shankaracharya as Mayavadi, and in fact Advaita itself as Mayavada. In fact, Advaita Vedantins will become very defensive in saying that no, we are not Mayavadins, we are Brahmavadins. What we teach is Brahman. Yes, of course. But even if somebody were to call this philosophy Mayavada, Mayavada means what? A theory or an argument or a proposition or an explanation. Nothing wrong with it, nothing so fundamentally wrong. We need not be defensive, because Maya is bread and butter of Advaita Vedanta. So Shankaracharya, even though Acharya's entire commitment is to unfold the vision of Advaita Vedanta, then even after unfoldment of that vision, we have so many more things to be explained. That explanation is possible through Maya. Maya is just an explanation. So on the onset, I would like to give you one insight. Usually, whatever concepts, things we hear, we have a tendency to concretize and make it real. We take something as real. So at the onset of Maya, know that it is an explanation. It's an explanation. It is not some concrete object that we are dealing with. It's an explanation. So that becomes Maya. So now, Advaita Vedanta is saying all that is here is one reality. Brahma Satyam. Brahman alone is real. And that reality is one. Advayam. One without a second. Now then we look around in the world, we see so many multiple people, things, objects in the Jagat. So how is it possible? What makes all of this possible? What makes multiplicity possible? What makes multiplicity possible is Brahman's own Shakti, which is Maya. So Maya is not an independent entity. Shastrakaras are very, very careful in using the words. So they explain to us with these words that Maya is the Shakti of Brahman, meaning know that Maya is not a parallel reality to Brahman. It's Ashraya. The basis for Maya is Brahman itself. It is the Shakti of Brahman which enables us to see this entire duality. A cosmic illusion sorts, which gives us the perception of this Dvaita world. Dvaita world. So, in simple terms, to start with, you can understand Maya as the Shakti of Brahman, which makes the duality possible. So how did Ekam become many? How did one become many? Is through Brahman's own power. There is no parallel thing in Sanatana Dharma, unlike some other religions where they have God and devil, God and Satan. So we don't have such conception. Rishis have this very, very deep insight into reality, and they showed us that Brahman's own Shakti manifests or appears as the Jagat. So you must understand that Maya is under the Ashraya of Brahman itself, not a parallel reality. Now, when you see, when we examine different things in Advaita Vedanta, so we have the we have the analysis of the Jiva, we have the analysis of the Jagat, we have the analysis of Brahma or Ishvara. So now let us take the Jagat. So Jagat, entire manifest Jagat is in front of us. A question is asked in Vedanta. What is the status of the Jagat? What is the reality of the Jagat? Is it absolutely real or is it transactionally real? So what is the satta of the Jagat? What is the nature of the Jagat? Is it absolutely satyam, absolutely real, or is it transactional? Or is it vyavaharika? Does it have vyavaharika satta? So what is the definition of absolutely real? Let us take it as that which does not change in the 3 period of time. That which doesn't change in the 3 periods of time. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Or 3 periods of time could be past, present, future. Mental conception of time. That which doesn't change. Now apply this definition. Look at Jagat through this lens. This Jagat, does it remain ever constant, or is it constantly under a flux, or is it constantly changing? It's there in our own anubhava, in our own experience, in our own pratyaksha pramana. In fact, you don't even require shastra pramana to establish the mithyatvam of the Jagat. All you need is the analysis of the pratyaksha pramana. Of course, we take help of the Shastra for it and establish the nature of the Jagat, which is not absolutely real. Why do you say that, Swamiji? I have been holding this house since 50 years. It has been there. So when I go to sleep also, this house is there. When I'm dreaming also, this house is there. When I'm awake also, this house is there. Yes, okay. You may say this, but 100 years back, was this house there? Or 200 years after this house, is this house going to be there? No. That we know in our Pratyaksha Pramana itself, in our own inference and other Pratyaksha Pramana based other Pramanas like inference, Arthapati, etc. We know that this is not something which is concrete, which is constant, which is ever changing, which is constantly changing. So now, when something is constantly changing, something is never permanently there, a Vedantin's orientation is to look for the basis of all of it, the basis of all of it. So in this Jagat, which is Mithya, which is constantly changing, which is Nama Rupatmakam, which is just but names and forms, when you analyze what is the ground on which all of it is standing, is that ground, that foundation is Sat, the existence. On this Sat, the foundation of Sat, which is existence, the entire Namarupatmaka Mithya world is built. The Mithya world is built. Now one can ask, what makes all of it possible? What makes all of this possible is the power of Sat itself. The power of Sat itself. What is that power? Is Maya. Aghatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. What seems impossible to happen? What Maya is that which makes impossible possible. So Maya is that potential. Maya is that Shakti which makes all of this possible. That Brahman, which is one, which is Nirguna, Nirakara, on this foundation of Brahman, the entire Saguna, Sakara, Jagat is built. What power makes it possible? The power is Maya. That power is Maya. Now, you see, why there is always caution in understanding this Maya. The rishis, the acharyas have always told, in fact, it is there in Sanatana Dharma, even in a very common Hindu household. Oh, do not come under the sway of the Maya. Do not come under the sway of the Maya. You go to any village in India, everybody says, Jagrat rehna hai. Maya में गया तो फंस जाएगा. So even a commoner has this insight. Why? Because if we are all the time involved with Namarupa, which is Jagat, which if we are all the time involved with it, we miss the reality. We miss the very basis of all that show. It's like if you are all the time involved with bangle or earring or ornaments, you lose the insight of gold. You lose the insight of gold. In fact, it is a very commonsensical thing. You see, whenever you have to make a gold jewelry, you have to pay the making charge and also the wastage percentage. Even when you're buying the gold, you pay for the wastage and you pay for the making charge. And when you are selling it also, you lose the making charge and you lose the whatever, some impurity, this and that, you lose for that also. Why you become a loser even while buying an ornament, while selling an ornament, is because of your commitment with Namarupa. In fact, if one is objective, one should buy only pure gold. If you have a desire to buy gold for the upcoming Deepavali, what you should do is, if you are an objective Vedantin, what you should do is either buy gold directly or invest in whatever sovereign gold bond or whatever. So, in fact, I keep telling in my retreats all the time, you see, will this vision of Vedanta, will it translate in our day-to-day life? This is how Advaitic vision manifesting in day-to-day life looks like. From ornament buddhi, you should shift to gold buddhi. From Namarupa buddhi, Namarupa Jagat buddhi, your commitment to Jagat buddhi, you should shift to Brahma buddhi, or your commitment should be in Brahman. So first step to, if you have understood Mithya, in my example or Maya, in this of example of this golden ornament, your commitment should be to gold, not to the ornaments. So now you see, let us analyze our anubhava of buying the golden ornaments. In fact, are we foolish? Don't we know that this making charge, all of it is involved, this and that? Yeah, we know. We know that every what is real is gold and ornament is just name and form. No, some people don't seem to know it. That's why again and again we buy ornaments and lose money. So what makes all of this possible? Maya. What makes this transaction, our pursuit, our pravritti possible is Maya. So at the samashti now, let us look at one more nuance of Maya. The samashti, there is this ornament buddhi in the entire jagat. Everybody has the ornament buddhi. I want ornament, I want ornament. But then at the individual level also, there is this ornament buddhi. So now we can bring in one more layer of understanding. So at the samashti level, at the universal level, there is this power which brings forth Namarupa. That power is Maya. And at the individual level, just like you have the gold buddhi, ornament buddhi, how you have that commitment for the Jagat at the individual level, that it is real, that I have to get it, that I have to hold it, that I have to possess it, all these aspects are there. So that we can call it as Ajnana, Ajnanam, at the Vyashti level. At the Vyashti level, there is Ajnanam. At the Samashti level, there is Maya. So this doubt remains sometimes in a Vedantin. So if I get out of this Maya, will others also get out of it? So through this insight or the same example, you can understand, once you understand that gold alone is real, you come out of this ajnanam, which makes you pursue ornaments. But then at the samashti level, this ornament buddhi, this pursuit for possessing ornaments may continue to stay, So I hope at this point you have you have this certain insights about Maya. Now, Maya, one more translation could be easy translation to Maya could be illusion. Illusion. So what is the status of the Jagat? In fact, in absolute terms, in Advaita Vedanta, is when you go to Mandukya Karika or after studying multiple texts, once you go to Mandukya Karika, you understand this, the entire Namarupatmaka Jagat is just a illusion. It's just a illusion. So what is illusion? Illusion is an appearance where there is really not present, but it appears. So in Sanskrit, we have a definition for illusion. Swakale satyavat bhati. When that illusion is there in its own time, it appears as if it's real. Satyavat bhati. You see, the carefulness of the Shastrakaras, they're not saying it is Satya or anything, Satyavat, as though, as if, Satyam. It appears as if it is Satyam. But it's not really present. When it's there, it appears as though real. So Jagat also, as long as there is this ajnana, as long as there is no true understanding of my true nature, the Jagat appears real. Swakale satyavat bhati. Or in ajnana avastha, when there is ajnana inside, when I have not understood my true nature, nor the nature of Jagat through the Shastra Pramana, through the Shravana Manana Nididhyasana of Shastra, through the Guru Upadesha, as long as there is ajnanam, the world appears real. The world continues to appear as real. So once the ajnana is gone, this illusion no more exists for you. This illusion, the commitment that this illusion is real will not be there in a person. So Maya is simply illusion. In another standpoint, Maya is simply illusion. And also, Maya is the illusory nature of the Jagat. So what if you ask what is Maya? Maya is the illusory nature of the Jagat. Furthermore, we can also say Maya is the power of Brahman which creates this illusion, which creates this illusion called Jagat, And because of this illusion, we have Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, Bheda. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, Bheda also. So now, understanding the illusory nature of the Jagat becomes very, very important. If you really understand Jagat as a real physical manifestation of Brahman, you have stepped into duality. You are no more in Advaita Vedanta. You have become Dvaita Vedanta. So kamayata bahusyam praja yeti. Taittiriya Upanishad. That Brahman desired to become many. So the Brahman desired and became many in terms of Jagat. If you think that this manifestation is concrete, real, then we have two things now, Brahman and the Jagat. It becomes parallel reality and it becomes duality. No. Then tat sruštva tadevanupravishat akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah. So we have the different Srishti Prakriyas in Taittiriya Upanishad and as well as Chandogya Upanishad. So if you think that this entire physical world is something real, concrete, absolutely real, alas, you have missed the boat of Advaita Vedanta. We have stepped into Dvaita Vedanta. So Advaita is very, very clear for us to understand the nature of the Jagat as illusory. See, illusory means somehow there is our understanding that something which is not present, not present. No, no. Illusion means what I said, swakale satyavat bhati. As long as you're seeing it, as long in the ajnana avastha, it seems real. You touch something and then you have a feel, how can I call it unreal? I am touching it, I am holding it, I have the physical experience of it. But then you do the deeper analysis of it. Is that object going to be there all the time? Was it there before? Is it going to be present later? What is the basis of all of it? Then we understand it is an illusion. It's an illusion. Just as when you sit in the movie theater for 3 hours or 2.5 hours or whatever, 1.5 hours right now, I think 90 minutes or so. So as long as that show is going on, everything seems real. As long as you're not paying attention to the screen, as long as you're paying attention to whatever is appearing on the screen, everything seems real. There is an unreal scene going on the movie. Somebody kills somebody. You are very sad. You see, unreal can produce real emotions here. That's the nature of this illusion. So you're seeing the movie as if your world doesn't exist. The world as you know doesn't exist for 2-3 hours. And then the light goes off, the projector light goes off, and then you see the screen, and then there is an insight, yeah, all this was a movie. All this was a movie. Similar is the Jagat. You really observe the Jagat through this lens and through this example. Just as so many scenes have passed in the movie, which you can never hold on to in the theater, so many years have passed in our life. Are we able to hold on to anything? Are we able to hold on to anything? Really think about it. Swamiji, I'm holding on to a house, couple of properties, some money. Really think about it. Really think about it. Can I call something as mine? Can you be very sure that you're going to hold on to this house forever, this body forever, these relatives and children forever? No. Subuddha mulaha nipatanti padapaha. Great trees, which were 100 feet, which were 50 feet, they had roots to 300 feet. Where are they now? They're all gone. You know, in our Rishikesh ashram, in 2012-13, when after the Kedarnath floods, we adopted many boys who were orphaned because of the Kedarnath floods. And when over years, when I was in Rishikesh, I was handling these kids directly, and I used to talk to them, and then just to comfort them and all of it. As to when we used to interact, what is their background, where are they coming from, where were they in the Kedarnath area, all of it. They were all sons of landowners. They had lands, they had their own homes, they had shops, etc. What happened? Overnight, there is a possibility to lose everything that we knew of. Life is very tough in that sense, very, very difficult, very tough to handle. So I need not ask any of you, it's all of our experience that we can really not hold on to anything as something concrete. So you observe the Jagat, our own 30 years of life, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75 years of life. We think that we are holding on to something, but in reality, as even we are talking, interacting, it is reducing or changing its form, one form to another. We are losing few people, losing some ayahs, this and that. All of it is happening as we are even sitting and talking. So that is the nature of this nature of Maya, which is ever changing. It's a cosmic illusion. It's a cosmic illusion. So now, coming to the etymology of the Maya, what does the very word Maya means? The Maya means to measure, to measure. So, what is this? How can I have some insight about Maya through the etymological understanding? Yes. Now see, whenever you measure, you're limiting something, right? So a person wants to buy property. They go to measure the land, 40 by 60, 30 by 40. Array, is this earth 40 by 60? Is this entire earth 30 by 40? No. Something which is infinite, at least, I mean, take it like that. Earth is very, very huge. Something very hard to measure. And you're using a tape measurer or whatever modern equipments and drawing a 30 by 40 on it. To measure means to limit. To measure means to limit. So Maya is that which limits, that which as though limits, that power which as though limits the infinite, limitless Ananta Brahma, make it into Jagat, and Jiva. Maya is that which limits. Maya is that which limits. This factor, this power of Brahman, which as though limits the whole Brahman, that is Maya. Now, let us look into Maya. Maya in terms of some of the quotations, the Shruti, Smriti quotations that we get. Brahma Sutra 143, in that Acharya says, in the commentary on that section, Acharya says, Maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. Maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. So all of this dvaitam, Acharya is saying, all this dvaitam that you see, know that it is Maya. Know that it is Maya. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. So wherever you see Dvaitam, know that there is a trap. Maya is also a trap. It's an illusion. It makes you get stuck in life. I say that I often have coined this thing called Abhimanyu syndrome. So Abhimanyu, what was Abhimanyu? He knew how to go into the Chakravyuha, but he did not have the Vidya to come out of it. So everybody is suffering with this Abhimanyu syndrome. What is that Abhimanyu syndrome? We all know how to get into Dvaitam, how to interact with the Dvaitam, how to master Dvaitam, how to get into this illusion. Alas, before even knowing how to get out of the illusion, we get into the illusion. We get into the Dvaitam. In fact, this is this is kind of a fundamental problem. If you ever meet Brahmaji, you should question him. Hey Brahmaji, what is this? You made this creation. You know, you have given me Vidya to go into the Maya, but to come out of it, I have to do Harasahas. I have to go to the Guru. I have to go to Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. I have to attend Jai Kumar's class every day. And then alone I come out of the illusion. What is this? Why have you made it so complex for me to come out of this syndrome? So what is Acharya saying here? This idam dvaitam, all that you see here is Maya, an illusion, an illusion. So how do you get out of this illusion? One is to know, first step is to know illusion as illusion. No Maya as Maya, no Jagat as Jagat, that which is constantly changing, that which is impermanent, that which is not absolutely real. It is Drishyam, not the Drik. It is observed, what is observed, not the observer. The observer alone is real. I, the observer, alone is real, and whatever is observed is constantly changing and just an illusion, just an illusion. And then Viveka Chudamani, 108, in the verse number 108, Acharya says, this Maya, what is this Maya? Is it existent? Acharya says, no, it's neither existent. Then is it non-existent? Then Acharya says, no, it is not even not even non-existent. It is nor both. Then what is it? What is it? It appears as though existent. It appears as though existent. Thus, Maya, another aspect of Maya is explained through this Shastric quotation or Shastra's explanation. Sadasadbhyam anirvachaniyaha. Under the categories of Sat and Asat. Sat means existent, category of existence, and another category of Asat. Like there is nothing called a square circle. A square circle is non-existent. Okay. An active husband is a non-existent entity. Husband is always lazy. So like a square circle. So asat, satasadbhyam anirvachaniyaha. So Maya cannot be ontologically, cannot be given a definitive status of existence or non-existence. What is it? So hold on to this definition. Swakale satyavat bhati. When it is there, when it's own period of time in the Ajnana Avastha, it appears as though real. It appears as though real. That's all is the Maya. Then in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, Sri Krishna says, this Maya is a divine manifestation of mine. He says, this divine Maya of mine, consisting of 3 gunas, is very difficult to overcome. How do you overcome? Krishna himself gives the remedy. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Take refuge in me alone. This is the only way to cross the Maya. So Krishna here is not addressing us as Mr. Krishna. He is not addressing as Mr. Krishna. He is revealing his Swarupa as Brahman. Says that, may your commitment be to Brahman. Then automatically you lose the effect of the Trigunatmika Maya. Triguna is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So Maya is manifesting in the Jagat as Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. How to not be bound by this Triguna, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, is to hold on to Brahman. Hold on to Brahman. Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayanandaji was asked this question. Swamiji, how do I give up the lower tendencies? How to give up the lower tendencies of Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha, Matsarya? So Chinmayanandaji says the only way is get attached to the higher. Only then you can get detached from the lower. That's the only way to get detached from the lower. You know, once there was a sabha, there was a sabha in which a sannyasi was called onto the stage. So the announcers always, they use the Utpreksha Alankara. In Sanskrit, there is something called Utpreksha Alankara, that means exaggeration. You exaggerate the introduction. Today, his introduction was not Utpreksha Alankara. I suppose it was just quoting of certain facts. But sometimes when I go to public events, simply for the sake of it, they use so many adjectives of this, that, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, not required. So one sannyasi was called for that program, and the announcer is saying, you know, this sannyasi is so great, we all have to stand up and do pranams to him. for the sake of infinite Brahman, he has given up all the finite things in this world. This sannyasi's vairagyam is so great. He has given up all the finite things in the world. Griham, car, this, that, possessions, career, this, that, everything, this finite things, the sannyasi has given up. We should do pranam. Everybody did the pranam. Now it was turn of this sannyasi to take the mic and talk. The sannyasi said, first of all, I am going to offer a great pranams to you all because I gave up finite for the sake of infinite. You all have given up infinite for the sake of finite in your life. So I am, you have the greater tyaga. You have given up Brahman itself because you have never come to my class once to hear about infinite Brahman. So you have given up infinite. Your tyagam is very great. I do pranams to you all. So if we are holding on to this Namarupatmaka Jagat, our lot is going to be like that of any other worldly person who has given up the infinite for the sake of finite, So in Krishna, when he says in 7th chapter, I think 14th verse, so when he says that the only way to come out of this Maya is to take refuge in me, he's not suggesting some going to Krishna temple and holding on to Krishna idol all the time. The security will come and throw you out. It's not that. Of course, the bhakti is very, very essential. But what Krishna is suggesting is our commitment to know Brahman, to know the Satyam. So I will touch upon another 2-3 points on Maya, and then I can open up the space for Q&A. So how do I experientially through Anubhava have some more insight of Maya? So Anubhava Drishtya. So there are 2-3 things: Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Shruti is what our Shruti Pramana says, Bhagavad Gita, Vedas, Upanishads, Acharya's Bhashya, etc. Meaning what? They're very clearly saying, Maya matram idam sarvam idam dvaitam advaitam paramarthatah. The Shrutikaras are very clearly saying that may you understand this entire duality as Maya. Yukti. So in order to understand that, we quote some yukti, some logic. Hey, may you see this whole world. Aren't you seeing it that it's an illusion? It's constantly changing. Nothing is permanent. I try to hold on to one thing, it misses out. I produce sons and daughters thinking that they will take care of me in the old age. On my Shashtabda Purti, they gave me gift of Nana Nani resort keys. So nothing I'm able to hold on to. Nobody is mine. Ya jag mein koi nahi apna. This realization can be shown through logic also. And now through Anubhava. Anubhava, how do I understand the operation of this Maya? This Shakti of Brahman, what I said, Maya, is the illusory power or creative power of Brahman, has 2 Shaktis. This Shakti has further 2 aspects. What is one aspect is the Avarana Shakti. Another aspect is the Vikshepa Shakti. Avarana means to cover. Avarana means to cover. Vikshepa Shakti means to power of projection. So now, Shastra is telling Ekam Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. But I am not able to see this. I am not able to see this because this truth is as though covered by the Maya Shakti. This truth is as though covered by the Maya Shakti. And then in its place, the same Maya Shakti has projected an entire world of Namarupa. this creative projection. There is a creative projection of Namarupa, which is manifesting as the Jagat. So because of this Maya, the power of the Maya, the truth is concealed. The truth, what is the truth? That there is Advaya, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that is covered in its place. What we see is the entire creative projection, Vikshepa of the entire Jagat, You see the same Maya Shakti as Ajnana keeps on operating even in our day-to-day life. Look at the example of the movie. What happens first in the movie? First in the theater, there is avarana. There is the covering. That's why all the lights are switched off. What is there? Entire thing is covered. It's so pitch dark. In fact, if you go to some of the theaters, I've been to some of these theaters, which are pitch dark. Even the screen, the existence of the screen also is not present. It's not present. It's that pitch dark. So in that darkness, now an entire world of cinema is projected. That means what? The truth of screen is concealed, avarana, and there is vikshepa, projection of an entire movie, which produces emotions, invokes memory, gives us some plan. All of that happens. Why are we suffering in the world? Is because we are under this avarana shakti and vikshepa shakti of the Maya. How to end the suffering? Go to Brahma Jnanam, end this avarana and vikshepa, ajnanam of ajnana. Thus, you are no more suffering. So similarly, in the samashti drishtya also, the truth of Brahman is as if concealed. Rahu Grasta Divakarendu Dakshinamurti Stotra, it's as if there is a covering. It's only as though it's not real covering. If it's real covering, none of us have any shot at moksha as self-realization or freedom. So it's an as though covering which can be taken out by jnanam. Just as I quoted the Guru Stotram, when there is a cataract layer on the eyes, everything seems distorted. But jnananjana shalakaya, through the Mahavakya jnana, if you take out this cataract, then you again have the real perception of the reality. Similarly, in the Ajnana Avastha, we are very enchanted by the world. We think there is this and that in the world. We think there is happiness in the world. We think there is stability in the world. We think there is constancy in the world. But then, when you take out this layer of Ajnanam from our minds, you understand this Jagat is just an illusion. One who goes and gets stuck in it is gone. He has to have Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, this Janana Marana Dukkha Sukha cycle. Endlessly, this person will be undergoing. The only way is to come out of this Maya, In fact, Shankaracharya says in the Bhajagovindam, Ma Kuru Dhana Jana Yavvana Garvam Harati Nimesha Kalas Sarvam Maya Mayamidam Akhilam Hitva Brahmapadam Tvam Pravisha Viditva Bhajagovindam. So do not be obsessed or take pride in this money, possessions, titles, sons, daughters, ashram, accomplishments, educational qualifications, the titles you hold. All of it, 1 minute is enough for all of it to disappear. Haratinimesha kalas sarvam. Maya mayamidam. So all this entire Jagat is Maya Rupa alone. Of course, never forget the foundational basis of it is Brahman. But the Jagat, as it appears, is just Maya Matram, the Nama Rupa Jagat. If you get obsessed with things, name, fame, relationships, this and that, you're doomed. So hold on to Brahma. That's the only way in order to cross this ocean of samsara, and in this very life, understand our true nature, which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, or Sachidananda Atma. The meaning what? The Purnatvam. Ananda Swarupa is us. My true nature is Purnam, is complete. I do not need this illusory world to make me complete. Nothing can complete me. I am complete as I am. As I am, I'm complete. So that's why a word of caution in our entire Sanatana, you go to any villager, in fact, all of us know what is Maya. In fact, all of us know what is Maya. It is a hereditary dharma that we inherit from Sanatana Dharma. I believe that no Sanatana Dharmi has any doubt about Maya. You know, everybody, when there is a death in family, you know the illusory nature of the Jagat. When there is a loss in the business, or you are fired, you know this Jagat is Maya. When your son and daughter-in-law leave home, when your daughter leaves because she has fought with you or some reason, you know that this is illusory, this is Maya. When relationships go bad, you know that it is Maya. When health goes bad and then this body gets cancer, or this body gets this or that, you know that all of it is Maya. Then what did we do this 1 hour? We are technically trying to understand Maya. We are technically trying to how this Maya operates, what it is, what is its context in the whole of Advaita Vedanta. To summarize all of it, Maya is the power of the Brahman. Maya means to measure. Maya is that which limits, as though limits. So sometimes I may not have used the as though, so add everywhere. As though limits the Brahman. That's why the very Dhatvartha indicates that Maya is that which limits. Maya is to measure, to limit it, as though limits the Brahman. Maya is the that which makes this illusion of Jagat possible. Illusion of Jagat possible. And what else did we discuss? Maya manifests in the Jagat as Trigunatmika, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Sattva is calmness, intellection, thinking. Rajas is activity. The Tamas is procrastination and laziness. If you look at regular life, all the time we are involved with one or the other, or the mixture of all three. So all our life, if we are involved with just these three: activity, rest, laziness, activity, rest, laziness, activity, rest, laziness, that is the life of a regular worldly person who doesn't have the time, space, or mind frame to inquire any further. So that's why know that this Maya manifests in Vyashti and Samashti as Trigunatmika, and then what we have to aim at is realization or understanding of knowledge of Gunatita Brahma. Thus, we have to distance ourselves from this kind of a mechanical lifestyle and get involved with Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and the secondary sadhanas. Thus, you gain this Atmajnanam. Then Maya also manifests, this Maya Shakti has other two aspects of what Avarana and Vikshepa, which makes this entire illusion possible. Because it covers it as if covers the Nirguna, Nirakara, Eka Brahma, Sachidananda Brahma, and in its place, it as if projects the entire world. So I conclude with one example. If I ask you to count what are the things which are there in this room, one will say Krishna, one will say Swamiji, one will say some other book, some other thing, somebody will say door, this, that. But usually I do, when I have time, I do this in our physical classes and workshops. Everybody counts everything. Nobody counts space. Nobody counts space. Space is what which makes this entire setup possible. Similarly, in this Jagat, we count everything, we understand everything. The only thing that we don't understand or we pay attention, just as we don't pay attention to the space, which is the basis of everything, we never pay attention to Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, which is like paying attention to the design all the time, not paying attention to the gold. Similarly, you pay attention to the Namarupa Jagat all the time, never paying attention to that which is constant, which is existence. Nothing can destroy this existence. So if you're only going to be involved with Namarupa, you're going to be very, very unhappy forever. This is a real life example. One of our devotees, so they were in a Indian joint family, Hindu joint family setup. So now I have inculcated this practice. You all can also inculcate. More often, because of our colonization and our education system, in place of using Hindu, we keep using the word Indian, Indian, Indian. In fact, it is all Hindu. So it's Hindu joint family. Indian, we start using, because of English colonization, they everywhere very actively, they destroyed the word Hindu and replaced it with Indian, 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 as if there is some new concept now challenging 5,000 years or more than that civilization. So start using the word Hindu there. So see, an orientation came, I corrected it. In our Hindu joint family system, there was a division in our devotees family. So everybody got whatever, one 5 acre piece of land. Everybody got another commercial property, and everybody got whatever 200 grams, 300 grams, whatever their share of gold from the family wealth. So this our devotee was very disappointed because all the nice jewelry went to her sister-in-law, and she was left with bad designs. I asked her, did you get any less gold? Did they give more 350 grams to her and you got only 300 grams? No, Swamiji, we all shared equally. But what is your disappointment? I did not get any of the designs that I liked, and from my mother-in-law, which I used to wear, I never got any one thing. Everything went to others. So what is this disappointment? What is this disappointment? Gold is same for all of us. Similarly, even this Namarupatmaka Jagat, the basis is same for all of us, Brahman. And everybody gets their share of some Namarupa. Somebody gets one share, you get another share. Somebody is in different setup. It's exactly like complaining of that lady who was not satisfied with the designs that she got. Similarly, if we keep on complaining about our family situation, health situation, financial situation, life configuration, it is missing the point. It is missing the true nature of us and being involved with other things. Om Tat Sat.
Thank you very much, Swamiji.
Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Swamiji, this is profound because normally while studying Bhagavad Gita or an Upanishad, we do come up occasionally with the topics of Maya and we explain it. But we don't spend 1 hour talking about it. We say it in words in the context and then we move on. And so I found this to be a very, very good collection of all the ideas you mentioned. Dakshinamurti Stotram, Vajagovindam, you mentioned starting from Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya onwards. And so I found it to be very collection of thoughts that we ought to know about Maya. And he also mentioned everybody knows Maya. So everybody knows Maya already. When things don't work out, then Maya suddenly becomes real for us. And so, friends, if you have any questions, please ask. Let's ask and get our doubts cleared from Swamiji. And you can raise your hand on the computer, and then we can take turns. Yeah, Rolage, I think is the name. Please unmute yourself and ask.
Hari Om, sir. Namaste,
Hari
Swamiji. Swamiji, my question is, what is the purpose of life?
You see, I'm unable to recollect the exact karika. Yes, I think this is the karika. Upadeshat ayam vadaha jnate dvaitam na vidyate. So the homework for you to is find out what is the number, which chapter, which karika. Yeah. The purpose, what is the purpose of Maya? As I told you, it's a concept that we use in order to explain the reality. Upadeshat ayam vadaha. For the sake of Upadesha, the purpose is not to establish Maya, make you say now you had lot of things in your head, and from today know that there is no new category called Maya to be operating in your life. No, that is not the purpose. The purpose is for you to have the insight of Brahman. Because this doubt remains, how did one become many? So Upadeshat ayam vadaha, for the sake of making you understand Nirguna Parabrahma, the Maya is used. And now this Maya, the purpose is to make you see that all that we are seeing through five sense organs is not the absolutely real. The real is Sachidananda Atma. The Drik Swarupa alone is real. So that is the purpose of Maya. And then, okay, have I answered your question, or do you want further, do you have any further query? I'll answer accordingly.
Swamiji, the question was not about the explanation of Maya, like what you explained, but why is this Maya? Why is Maya the Vikshepa and the Avaran? That was actually the question.
All right, yeah. Okay, so I can, based on Shastra, I can give you a couple of answers. That means what? For the sake of Jiva's karmas to be fructified, this whole setup of Avarana and Vikshepa, I can say that. But I feel somewhere no answer convinces us. What is the purpose? Why this is like that? If this is that, this is that, we will have always this doubt. So this answer to this question, the purpose, all of it gets resolved at once when you have the clear clarity of who you are. That means through the Shastra Pramana, we know our real nature. All of these doubts get dismissed at once. So till then, if you want an explanation, the purpose for Maya is Bhagavan's purpose for creating this Maya is for Jiva's karmas to fructify. But I think if you inquire further, you are not going to be convinced with that answer, convinced with that any answer. So it's like, you keep seeing the movie, you keep watching the movie, then why should they kill? Oh my God, why this happened? Oh my God, why this happened? Oh, what is that? This, suppose you are in a suspense thriller. So at the end of the movie, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, everything makes sense. So at the onset of Brahma Jnanam, knowing that what is real is only me, my true nature, everything will make sense to us. So the purpose of Maya also, in that light of knowledge, gets cleared. I hope I've answered your question. Further doubts? Okay.
Swamiji.
Hariji,
Okay.
Hariji,
Yeah.
1 minute. Mamita, 1 minute. Hariji.
Hari Om Swami.
Hari Om.
Swamiji, when we hear the word Maya, we always have a negative impression that Maya is always there to keep us away from the reality. Does Maya have any role, positive role to play in our life? Say, for example, ignorance is due to Maya. Now, I have been intensely longing to attend your class today. Has Maya got any role to play that I was desiring to attend your class today?
So,
or is Maya always negative?
Okay, I got your question. In fact, the very similar question was posed to Sringeri Acharya. When we say entire Nama Rupatmaka Jagat is Mithya, so is the Veda also Mithya? Is Upanishad also Mithya?
Knowledge.
Is this books and all that verses contained, all of that is also Mithya? Yeah.
Yes, my studying of Kathopanishad from Dr. Jayakumarji, is it also because of Maya?
Yeah, see, all are under the sway of Maya. Yes, all is under the sway of Maya until Brahma Jnanam. But the saving grace of this setup, the saving grace of this setup, the same Shastra helps you cross over the Maya. The same Shastra helps you, which is part of the Nama Rupatmaka Jagat. It is not some special entity or anything. It is also part of the entire Jagat. The same Shastra helps you cross over this Maya. So if in your categories that you have introduced, usually we don't look at Maya as positive, negative, nothing, but you have introduced those two conceptions in it. So even looking through these lens, the positive aspect of the same whole mic setup is that the same Maya leads you to Guru, leads you to Shastra, leads you to Atmajnanam also. Thus, you have you have an occasion in this Jagat to free yourself of the sway of Maya. Is it clear? Have I answered? Do you need further insight or explanation?
No, I haven't. I have to think about it. I have to do contemplation. I've got one more question. Does Maya has got any direct relation with my mind?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you explain?
Like I said, at the Samashti, there is the Maya Shakti at the Samashti level, at the universal level. At the individual level, the same Maya gets manifested as Ajnana, ignorance.
No, my question was the relation between mind and Maya.
So as I said, the ignorance in the mind is a manifestation of Maya there.
Okay. Okay.
Think about it. Give it more thoughts.
You are in other way. You are telling it is the avarana.
Avarana Vikshepa is very much there in the mind all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Swamiji. Satish, Prasad, Shivakumar, then Shubhada and Vaidya.
Namaste, Namaste Swamiji.
Namaste.
Hari Om. I think you remember me.
Let me.
I attended a course in Rishikesh Ashram. You did the Bhruguvalli.
Okay. Yes. I place you now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a wonderful session by you, and it was very useful. I thank you for this, and hope more such sessions will be there in the future. Anyway, Jayakumarji is like completing both Kathopanishad and Bhagavad Gita. So we have enough time. So whenever you have time, please help us understand more concepts. Thank you very much.
Prasadji.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
So I had actually two questions, but the first question, it was in my mind, was explained by you already. Just want to mention, because that's connectivity to the second question. So I was thinking the Maya is the theory of the explanation of the world, or is it some description of a paradoxical nature of life? So you explained like this is Maya, like relatives and all that you mentioned. So I would take it as phenomenologically taking it is the description of the paradoxical or error of Jagat, which you mentioned, that as the nature of our life. So, for example, the more pleasure I chase after, I see it is not pleasing anymore, for example. So, right. So now, in connection to that, when I come to Krishna explained, for example, Maya tatamidam sarvam, matsani sarva bhutani and nachamastani bhutani. So here I understood like the predicament of the pot. So anirvachanayam, which is clear there. Now, if that is already known, this is in Vedanta, but later the Dvaitins, who actually criticized the definition of Maya, right? Advaita definition of Maya. So I wanted to know, Swamiji, from you that what is the explanation for this Bhava Rupa, which has been criticized by Advaitins, and also Anirvachaniyam. So these are the, there may be other questions they may pose, but I'm interested in knowing like what would be the explanation of Advaitins later for these two questions, Bhava Rupa and Anirvachaniyam.
A little technical, both are technical questions. So soon after this session, I will send a write-up for both your question, and also please put a question in writing in the chat box, or you can send it to Jaykumar ji. He will send it to me, so that because of limited time, I think written answer would be more insightful to you all.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And
Yes.
you have made a very important point in your question also. Yes, Maya is also phenomenological explanation in Advaita Vedanta. In fact, as life manifests or as Namarupa manifests, today, thanks to the advancements of science, in fact, the whole what we are talking in Advaita Vedanta with reference to Maya, quantum physics is talking the same thing. In fact, I can bring in in fact, I wanted to spend some time on exploring Maya from the standpoint of science also. Today, one religion may be saying something about the world, another group may be saying something about the world, Dvaita can be saying something about the world, but quantum physics is resonating exactly same as what we are talking in Advaita Vedanta, that the world we see as we see is not ultimately real, and as we see world is not concrete. It is the world we see appears what it is truly because of our five senses. So this quantum mechanics, neuroscience is already talking about the same things. So we can even very easy to explain Maya to a youngster today. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. Shivkumar ji, please.
Hari Om Swamiji. Being a student of Vedanta in Mandukya, Gaudapadacharya continuously hammers about Maya. But being in this world, I have a confusion, I would say. The present situation that we are seeing of, if I have to be specific, religious conflicts that are going on, should we ignore whatever is happening as due to Maya and just go about your life as best as you can? Or take the example of Ayodhya, where Mathadipatis, the Swamijis who have realized Brahman, coming to the court and establishing the truth behind Ayodhya. These two contradict, because I have had the opportunity of talking to another enlightened Swamiji. He said, Sab kuch maya hai, ignore. And another Swamiji, I had the opportunity of asking the same question because it is continuously, there in my mind. He said, let those who are supposed to fight, fight. I'm not able to really find a conclusion to this. Can you help me understand?
Yeah.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. So it's not so complex. You see, there is an entire Namarupatmaka Jagat. So entire Jagat in its conflicts, opportunities, competition, peace, destruction, wars, beauty, music, all of it are there in the world. All of it are part of this Namarupatmaka Jagat. And each one of us choose how much to engage with it. Everybody, whether we are involved in some activism or particular movement with like you quoted Ayodhya, or there is many more issues concerning Hinduism. There are our temples are under the government control. Our Sanatana Dharma is not represented properly. Our history books are full of wrong facts, wrong notions, all of it. So each one of us choose how much and in what way to engage with the world, not only with the conflicts. So every person has decided, I will engage with this much, and this is how my life is going to be. So similar is each sannyasis or head of an institution's engagement also. It is purely dependent on what are the things that that particular Swamiji or the head of the organization is standing for, or how much time that the person is able to spare for a particular cause. So it's purely based on that. So answering to your another aspect of your question, when the entire Namarupatmaka Jagat is this mithya, how it is. So there need not be any reservation to engage with it. So you engage in your own way, whatever. Or we also in Sanatana Dharma, we also have sannyasis who have chosen that I do not have nothing much to do with this world. I'm going to be in Himalayas, have 2 meals, and not be engaged with the world in any other way except eating 2 meals. So there is that category also. Similar is the category of grihasthas. A group of people are all about themselves. They earn, they save, they buy properties, they invest, and it is all for their own sake. And there you also come across grihasthas who earn, who save, who buy properties for themselves, who also extend their hand to help spiritual organizations, social causes, and everything. So it's all about our engagement, our individual engagement with it. There is no right way, wrong way, or this is correct way, this is incorrect. Since everything is mithya, I should not engage with it and sit in the Himalayas. That is the correct way to live. Or since everything is mithya anyways, I should do what I can in the world. That alone is the right way. We need not have any reservations. So each and every individual, based on their inner makeup or what they stand for, I think they engage with the world in their terms. I hope I've answered this question to you. You do need any more clarification?
I think you have answered, Swamiji. Thank you. Hari Om, Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji. Swamiji, there are 3 more friends with questions. Swamiji, let me check about your availability time, Swamiji. This may take another 5 or 10 more minutes. Swami.
We can go.
Thank you,
We
Swamiji.
can go. Yeah, I can
Sure.
take.
Maumita ji, are you there still?
Shubhad.
Yeah, Maumita, Shubhada, Vaidya. Okay, Shubhada ji, go ahead.
Hari Om. Oh,
Hari Om.
Okay, sorry, Maumita ji, please go ahead.
yeah, Hari Om. Hari Om, Swamiji. My question was, since our life is always Hari Om, Swamiji, since our life is totally Maya, so how do we, stay on track every day? How do we stay poised and control ourselves? And how should we stay focused on Brahman? Being in Maya Jal, how can we do that as a simple person? Every day, how can we battle it? What are the simple tips?
Yeah, very useful question. So Acharya Shankara, in his Sadhana Panchakam, he gives a very this instruction when I first listened to from Pujya Swamiji in Coimbatore. From that time onwards, it has always remained in my mind. Bhavasukhe doshonu sandhiyatam. Acharya says in Sadhana Panchakam, how do I not come under the sway of Maya all the time in this Jagat? Bhavasukhe doshonu sandhiyatam. There is a tendency in us to keep on going towards one thing after another in the world, one pleasure after another in the world, one sensation after another in the world. May you, before going into that, may you see the dosha in such an activity, such a pravritti. Constantly going, this is a classic example I give. 4 o'clock, we take tea, chai in Indian households. Sometimes the Vasana is Rishikesh, many years spent there, always chai there. So 4 o'clock, 4:30, you are sitting with a cup of chai, you drink. So then it's sweet. Then you go for some namkeen. So now mouth becomes salty. Now you go for sweet again. Then the mouth is sweet. Then you drink water. So this kind of a cycle goes on and on and on and on. So this is the dosha in Bhavasukha. It will be like your hands are tied to a treadmill and you're made to run all the time. You go nowhere. No goal is accomplished. Nothing great is accomplished in life. So this kind of constant worldly engagements, may you have be cautious about it. See the dosha in it. It is never going to make you Purnam, never going to make you complete. We have tried everything. We have bought many things. Has it made us complete? No. So Maya has won over that. We went to many places. Has it made us complete? No. We went to US, UK, France. Has that made us complete? No. So look at these things in life. Nothing makes us complete except for self-knowledge. So practical tip for engaging with the world, not to come under the sway of Maya, is Acharya Shankara's Bhavasukhe doshonu sandhiyatam. Atmecha vyavasiyatam. May you keep on cultivating more and more desire for knowing the self. Atmecha vyavasiyatam. Nijagrahat turnam vinirgamyatam. Acharya says, what you call as your home, immediately come out of it. Meaning what? Swamiji, can we come to your ashram? No, we don't have enough space. So do not have to leave home and change the color of the dress or anything. So what do you need to do? Come out of the attachment of the home. Some people I know are so obsessed with 4 walls. It is like so obsession with 4 walls, obsession with walls. No, world is so huge. There's so much to know, so much to learn, so much to absorb. So in spite of being over attached to these four walls, have the desire for Atma, Atmecha Vyavasiyata. So that would be practical tips.
Thank you, sir.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸರ್.
Shubhada.
Hari Om, Swamiji.
Hari Om.
There was a beautiful explanation that you gave for Maya, for its mitvatyam, as well as the multiplicity that it creates with all the Vikshepa Shakti. The confusion that I have is because the definition, as we say, is power of Brahman that creates illusion for the definition of Maya. But Brahman, as we know it, is attributeless Nirgun. So how do I reconcile these two?
Yeah. So now through the Shastra Prakriyas of Neti Neti, which is the crux of the all Prakriyas, so we come to arrive at Nirguna Brahma. Correct? I think with your background of your question, I'm presuming your engagement with Shastra in this way. So now, always a question remains in the whole scheme of things to account for the creation, to account for the creation that I am seeing, the Nama Rupatmaka Jagat that I am seeing. So that's how it is taken as the Shakti of the Brahman in relation to creation alone, not by itself. As you say, the true nature of Brahman is Nirguna Nirakara Brahma. There is no power, Shakti or anything of the Brahman. Brahman is what it is. It is Nirguna Sachidananda Atma. It is that. Now we are engaging with Maya and then defining it as the power of Brahman only in relation to the creation, only with reference to the manifest creation. Otherwise, your understanding is correct. As such, Nirguna Parabrahma has nothing called Maya. In fact, nothing called Jagat also. Nothing called Jagat also. So, as long as we think that there is a manifest Jagat and Namarupa, this and that, so this explanation is required in order to account for this entire creation. Have I given you an insight? Have I answered your question?
Yes, I mean, this is the final thing that remains a little bit fuzzy. Because if
no, that's why I gave you in the beginning of the lecture itself. Know that Maya is not something, a concrete entity. Even if you take as power of Brahman, even if you take as the power of Brahman, do not have a physical conception in the mind that there is a Shakti. Like, like there is a power of electricity. Like that, there is not some power of Maya like that. All this exploration, all this understanding is to understand Nirguna Brahma clearly. Okay, so Maya is not a physical conception or anything, an explanation for multiplicity. Our end goal is to understand Nirguna Parabrahma alone, nothing else. So it's like Shakha Chandra Nyaya. So there is a full moon, there's a beautiful shining moon. The two friends are walking, and then I want to show it to my friend, this beautiful moon, because I am seeing that moon very clearly. And then my friend asks, hey, where is the moon? I don't see. Then I tell him, hey, look, do you see the tree? He says, yes. Hey, do you see the branch? He says, yes. Then do you see the twig there? Yes. Now he gets frustrated. Hey, I'm asking you to show me the moon. Why are you showing me the tree? All this explanation in Advaita Vedanta is not to establish the tree, trunk, leaf, twig. No, it is to show the Chandram. So the Maya is also not to establish for the sake of Maya, but to give you a clear-cut understanding of Nirguna Brahma and the nature, and to know the nature of the Jagat, that it is not ultimately real. It's not the ultimate reality. The ultimate reality is Brahman. This is just a illusion. This is just like a mirage. This is a mirage. I hope that was more in.
Yes.
You
Thank you.
could.
Thank you, Swamiji. Vaidya, last question.
Hari Om. You are on mute, I think, Vaidyanathan. I'm not able to hear you.
We can't hear you, Vaidya, even now. Yeah, go ahead and speak now, Vaidya. Yeah, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you.
Okay, you can send the text to Jaykumarji and he will forward it to me and then I can reply back to you all.
Okay. Instead, we have a question from Hariji. Hariji, if you can keep it brief.
Yes, quickly. Swamiji, the whole universe has got two. One is subject, the other is object. Maya comes under which category? Is it a subject or an object?
Object. Drishya. Object.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Swamiji.
Jaykumarji, I will take 1 second. Pranam Swamiji. We attended the Anikatti camp conducted by you. And this in my ears, this Garuda Gamana, that song is. So I would love to hear from you that few lines at least because of the time.
I don't even know whether if that is there in my memory anymore.
I always remember you taught us that. Garuda Gamana Tav.
Garuda Gamana Tava Charana Kamalamiva Manasi Lasatu Mama Nityam Manasi Lasatu Mama Nityam Mama Tapamapa Kurudeva Mama Papamapa Kurudeva Mama Tapamapa Kurudeva Mama Papamapa Kurudeva. Okay.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Swamiji, for giving us the Anugraha Bhaashanam today. And I think it was very illuminating for everybody. You can see, Swamiji, that our friends have given some thought to it. And we feel so blessed that we could hear this, what we generally consider as a very difficult part of Vedanta to understand, but you have made us feel that, don't try to look at it as a concrete entity out there, and therefore I'm trying to grasp it, I'm not able to grasp it, like that orange, orange seed, you try to grasp it, it will never come. And so thank you very much, Pauji, for giving that kind of a vision, a Maya vision to us. And so I'm sure we will remember this for a long time, Swamiji, and we also pray that you will continue to guide us and periodically in our journey, Swamiji.
Very nice. I'm happy to spend this morning with you all. I must appreciate all of you, your commitment in attending Jaykumarji's classes. I think he told me that he's been teaching Kathopanishad and Bhagavad Gita, and of course, the texts will continue one after the other. In my wide travels and interactions everywhere, in this era of seeking even spirituality in 1 minute, like, 1 minute Maggie, 12 minutes Swiggy, Zomato delivery, 10 minutes Blinkit delivery, we all the time there is a fascination or sort of an obsession to acquire spiritual insight also in 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 1 day, 3 day, like something like that. So it takes certain commitment on all of your part, that you're all attending these classes constantly, and that to early hour. So in fact, whenever I used to do online classes, I used to do it very early, 7 a.m. In the morning, and you all start even half an hour earlier than that. I'm happy to note that. So, and also this any listening should be followed with contemplation and mananam. So think about it. It's not that you finish this session and you go on doing something else. So today or tomorrow, based on today's lecture or the today's class, whatever you are attending, take some time to think about it and write a few things about it so that mananam happens that way. And then to meditate upon our understanding. So that becomes very essential in our pursuit of Vedanta. Otherwise, because Brihadaranyaka Upanishad clearly says, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. That's like saying go right, then take a left, then go straight. So if we only take right, then we don't reach the destination. So these sadhanas are important, and you all are lucky to be associated with our Pujya Guru Swami Dayananda Saraswati Ji's parampara. This itself is a blessing, which will free each one of you in this very birth, in this very endeavor. So my prayers and best wishes and blessings for all of you to have a wonderful life, to enjoy wonderful health, and be committed to Shastra. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you very much, Swami. Thank you. Om Madav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om.
Hari Om.
Thank you very much, Swami.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಮಹೋದಯ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ. Very nice presentation.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay Kumar ji.
So it was a good, very lucid, very systematic presentation. Very good it was. Bangalore people, all majority are from Bangalore, I think, class, right? Any of you met Swamiji before? You heard his talks or something? Lakshmi has heard, okay?
Yes, we did meet Swamiji in America when he came to San Jose, and then also in Chicago.
Okay.
And then also Swamiji is Bhagyashree's nephew, first cousin's son.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I'm from Shimoga. So.
Okay, very good. Nice to know.
Yeah, actually, Bhagyashri, speaking of Shimoga, my sister-in-law is from Shimoga as well. And she was a classmate of Swamiji. And, my brother and sister-in-law both attended Pujya Swamiji's 3-year course. And Swami Sachidanandaji was their classmate. And I recently met him in Arsha Vidya Gurukulam in Pennsylvania during the Kumbhabhishekam in May this year. And that's the first time I met him, talked to him directly. I've seen him in their class, but he said he's from the same area like my sister-in-law. So you might have some distant connection with my sister-in-law as well, Bhagyashri ji.
Probably.
Yeah.
Very good.
Bhagya.
Very good. Any other thoughts?
Jay Kumar ji, I want to ask you a question here. When you are talking about Maya, the duty and attachment, where does it Maya come here?
So what role Maya plays in your duties?
Duty and attachment.
Well, duty. Let's just focus on one for now. Duty, let's say. Okay.
Okay.
3-4 words at a time. Why analyze? We are struggling with one word. No, take one thing at a time. Duty. Okay. Yeah. So everything is Maya. Because Maya, Swamiji explained. What is it? Yeah. Yamasa Maya. Whatever is limiting is Maya. I have succeeded in limiting the unlimited. That is Maya. That's what he said, right? And so now how to come out of it, if I say, somebody said what? You have to do Shravanam, you have to do Manam, everything, all the sadhanas, all Karma Yoga is all to be brought in so that finally I can see the truth. So that I can look at Maya and laugh at her, right? So duty should come there. Duty should come there.
Yeah.
Duty. What is duty? It's meant for me to get Antakarna Shuddhi. Why Antakarna Shuddhi? So I can see the movie that is being played.
Okay. But where does the attachment come here then? Because, for example, raising your children is your duty. But when at the same time you are going to attach to the children, right? So if that is Maya, so I got confused here. I said, wait a minute, you get attached by doing your duty, but all the Shastra are doing, the Jnana, everything is like attachment here?
Yeah, so actually what will happen, Bhagyaji, is if you carefully analyze our own lives, you'll find that when you do your duty properly, you will actually get less and less attached. You think about it. Doing our duties properly with the proper attitude will actually take away the attachment.
Oh, it does?
Yes. Attachment, when I say dependence.
Okay.
Another word to understand attachment is dependence. When I do my
Sangam.
I become Asanga. The Asanga Buddhi grows into us.
Oh.
You think about it.
Okay.
There's no need for you to say, when I do my duty, I'm very attached to somebody. No. I can do my duty. And because it is to be done. But dependence goes away. Slowly it should go away.
Jaykumarji, I understand it as a role play. Given a role, play perfectly. You be a mother, you be a neighbor. So it's a role play.
Yeah, so if you can understand, if all of us can understand what we are doing is a role, playing varieties of roles, then that's it. Then you can ask the question, who is the guy who's playing the role? So then everything becomes crystal clear after that. Correct? If I take the role to be real, R-O-L-E, if I take it to be R-E-A-L, then tamasha happens. Then one different serious tamasha, serious things happen. Then otherwise, it's a role to be played, whether I like it or not. That's part of the script. And so to look at it like that, see another example came to my mind. See, the child walks to the parent and crying that my balloon has burst. Just crying, all this, just totally tormented. And then you know what parents do? They'll say, "Kya hua beta? What happened?" As though nothing happened. Hey, I told you just now my balloon has burst. Acha, your balloon has burst. What happened? Who did it? What happened? And all big stories and all come up. And then you know what? You shouldn't take these things so seriously. You take so serious. What is this parent saying? Parent is saying, this is all role playing. All these things you have to do, but don't be too attached to the balloon.
Yeah.
Correct? Don't be too attached to the balloon. That is what the Guru also is telling us. And we all go to the Guru and say, oh, my father, my son, my daughter, oh, my husband, oh, my wife. We cry. What do? Oh, what happened? What happened? Really? Oh, that's too sad, all that they say. And then finally, what will they say? Ma, these things are part of life, what to do? You have to put up with it. Let go. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's what they will say. Exactly what we told our children, they tell us now. Did you notice that? So, I don't see any conflict at all there. Good. So, we had a very good session today, and I thank all of you for joining. We will. It's been a while since we had the Swamiji talk to us, I think. So, I'm happy that we could be blessed by Swami Sachidanandaji. So, we will continue that. We pray for continuing to have more Swamijis.
Guruji, you want to talk about our retreat?
Right. So, I think many of you have given feedback, and we've got some feedback. Narayan has that, and so we expect about 30 plus people, I think, in the camp, and the ashram has said that the day is available. The weekend is blocked for us. The weekend of 24, 25, 26. So then now the question is, should we come on 23rd or 24th evening? All these questions are there. So we'll sort that out. But what input do we need, Narayanan, from everybody right now? Is there anything we need from them?
Yeah, so what I will do is I'll send out a form for people to register, and so that they can make the payment. So we'll have to identify what is the mechanism of payment. Do they pay to Arsha Seva Kendra or to Arsha Vidya Gurukulam? That logistics we'll have to work out.
So did the ashram say that we have to pay them in advance? Is that your understanding? They didn't say anything about payment. They just said that it is some 800 rupees per day per person, like that they had said, and 1,500 per family, something like that. But I didn't. We have to get the details, I think, from the ashram. Do we pay in advance, or can we just, when we sign up, come there, we pay the camp fees at that time to the ashram? That, I think, that detail has to be figured out. So I think, Narayan, we can figure it out before we take that next step. So my impression is, they didn't ask you have to pay 1 month in advance like that. They didn't say, but sure, I think that it may be helpful if we pay them in advance, right? Even if they say we don't want it in advance, I think it'll be helpful. So we will discuss that, Narayan, and get back to everybody.
And yeah, so then we'll send out a form for people to sign up.
Okay.
So the first form, what we send out is basically a poll to identify the date. So
yeah.
Now we can
So what the ashram has told us, they've given us a nice, document of instructions, and they've told us, you must give us a list of all attendees with their phone numbers, etc. All that instructions they've given us, and so we can send you that set of instructions. Anand can do that, and so it's pretty straightforward, especially those of us who have been to the ashram and all that. But we'll have to add to that in terms of weather and what kind of dress to wear and some things like that. But otherwise, we have to get back. I think we have to get back to the ashram and confirm that, this weekend is final and we are committing to that. We have to do that. And so Narayanan, how many of our friends have said they are available on that weekend?
Totally about 40 participants head count wise. I have said that they want to attend the program. It is more or less divided between those 2 weekends. So not equally divided. So preference was for the 26th weekend. And there were about 12 people who said they wanted the next weekend. So maybe we'll have to rework it out.
So that means right now there are 28 people who are sure about that weekend, and another 12 were not sure.
Right.
Yeah, so that's fine. That's okay. So we have an idea, rough range of 25 to 40. And so Narayanan, are we going to inform others also about this outside this class, about the camp?
Yeah, we had actually informed the entire Arsha Seva Kendra community about it, so that people who are interested can join. Not just limited to the Vedanta class. We also need to identify what is our agenda for those 2 days.
Okay.
So that may help people concretize their decision whether they want to come or not come.
I see.
Other than our Vedanti crowd, if others are interested, the topic agenda may help.
Okay, very good. That's a good suggestion. So we will do that. We will come up with a theme for the camp, maybe a subject matter, a topic, a text, or something like that. We'll do that. We'll do that, and then we'll then slowly come up with an entire schedule for the camp itself.
Right.
And
Jaykumarji, is it possible so our next scripture, what you start, so that beginning also happens in that ashram during that period?
so, see, Kathopanishad, I'm guessing that in another 3 or 4 classes, 4 classes probably.
Yeah.
So another 4 classes, I think, will complete. And my prayer is to start our next class soon after that.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Then in place of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita also, we have to see when it completes. And if it's taking till December or something, then we can wait till January. We'll see when it completes, Rukmuniji.
Okay.
We'll see when it completes. And we will definitely, I've spoken to Swami Sachidanandaji, so he will definitely bless all of us. And we'll have a separate, I'll request for a separate satsang with Swamiji for all of us to sit together and have an open conversation with Swamiji and talk about our study and things like that, so that we can ask him some questions also. Okay. Okay, good. Anything else? So we'll do that. We'll try to come up with a theme for the camp. Okay, thank you. We will conclude. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.